We're going to talk about Brotherhood today and the meaning of Brotherhood in the fire service. Can you trust the guy standing next to you? As you look over your shoulder, you see a firefighter behind you. You're about to enter a structure. In front of you, smoke's rolling out the door. Can you trust the guy behind you? That if things go bad inside, he's willing to give 110% to help you or both of you to get out? Do you trust that he's not going to leave you in there? Do you trust that he knows his job and knows what to do? That's what part of Brotherhood is all about, knowing your job. You can't expect to pass the fire academy and that's the last time you're ever going to crack a book about the fire service or learning about the fire service. When you're an officer in the fire service, are you protecting your guys? Protecting your guys both on the fire scene and in the firehouse? Or are you just there to collect a paycheck? Or are you just there to wear a white shirt and say you're an officer? Or are you willing to stick your neck out and protect your crews? Or are you just willing to sacrifice them so you can climb up the ladder? That's Brotherhood. Brotherhood, knowing that your officer is going to protect you. If the guys know that their officer is going to protect them no matter what, they'll do anything for their officer. They'll be willing to give 110%, willing to do extra stuff at the station, willing to do extra stuff off duty for the fire department with just one word from their officer. Willing to go that extra mile at the fire scene. But too many officers in the fire service are either micromanagers or they're lazy or for matter of fact, they don't even care about the fire service. That's the biggest problem I see. How can you have Brotherhood in the firehouse when the guys know that the officer is not looking out for the best interest? And it's simple things that you can do. Your crew's out there checking out the truck, they're out there sweating, they're out there working hard. You better be right there with them. John Salker's book, First In, Last Out. You gotta lead by example. Don't just show up on an engine to a fire scene and take command from the outside and never enter the structure. Believe me, your crew see that. And what kind of example are you setting? Well, he's not willing to do any work, so why am I? Get dirty. Get dirty side by side with your crew. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't even be wearing a white shirt. You should be getting so dirty doing your truck checkouts, on your calls, that you should be wearing the same kind of shirt as the rest of your crew. When there's things to get done, you don't just order them to do things. You're with them, side by side. Not micromanaging, not telling them what to do, but you're there to get the job done also. That's all part of brotherhood. You can't be sleeping all day at the station and expect your crew to do all the work for you. Just like in the Mel Gibson movie, I forget the name of it, when they're fighting in Vietnam. His was the first boot to touch the ground and the last to leave. He left after all his crew was safe and able to leave. And he was the first one in the heat of battle. That's what brotherhood is all about. The guys have to trust you, and you have to trust them. You can have all the education in the world, all the degrees in the world, but if you're not willing to work, you're not willing to sweat, you're not willing to get dirty, then you're not much of a leader. And that goes the same for everyone on your crew. You have to be willing to work in this job and work side by side with your crew. You can't be lazy and be the weakest link. This guy's gonna get fed up with that, brother or not. They have enough to do at a fire scene and they have to worry about you not doing your job. Or worry about you being in rehab for the entire fire scene. That's part of brotherhood. Willing to do your job, willing to get dirty, willing to sweat, willing to train. On a fire call, you should be the first one to get that nozzle, first one to climb up that ladder for ventilation, first one to set up the rig team. Whatever your job is, you should be the first one doing it. You guys should be fighting to do that job. On a medical call, you should be the first one in there, first one starting an IV, first one to get the tube, first one to get medications. Lead by example. An example for brotherhood is work. Work is a form of prayer. Work is you and God performing a function through you, being the best that you can be. Sleeping all day in a recliner, you're not giving much glory to God. There's not much you can do doing watching TV all day. But working, that is the key to success. That is the key to God. And it's also the key to brotherhood. Don't let your brothers down, and be first in and last out. Lead by example.